The Duckworths in the Coronation Street family album at 6:50. Right now though, it's time for the Scotland Today Weekend Bulletin.
Good afternoon. Human rights campaigners have gathered outside Scotland's major airports today to protest against their alleged use to assist secret CIA torture flights. Demonstrators are calling for action from police and answers from First Minister Jack McConnell. Ranald Leask is at Glasgow Airport.
Thanks, Will. Here at Glasgow Airport there are around 50 or so demonstrators with balloons and placards, all opposed to the rendition flights that the Americans are allegedly operating. To tell us a little more about why protesters are here is Jill Hubbard, one of the protest organisers. Jill, what exactly is it you're claiming?
Well, we see what happens when people are tortured. We saw it in the Abu Ghraib prisons, and what's so disgusting is that the CIA are flying so-called prisoners, so-called terrorists, around the world in order to torture them. And the Geneva Convention has said quite clearly that there should be no torture. We live in the 21st century. We are not expecting to see our airports being used by the CIA in order to fly people to torture them. It's absolutely disgusting. We want immediately this to stop. We're disgusted by our government just sitting on their hands and lying to us yet again. Rosie Kane, MSP for Glasgow, you're also here. Jack Straw, the Foreign Secretary, has denied that these flights are using British airports at all.
Yeah, he's been cut out because today Colin Powell has announced that the leaders in Europe have always been aware of this. We don't doubt that at all. Amnesty International don't doubt that, nor do Human Rights Watch. So it's yet another wee porcupine from Westminster.
OK, well, thank you both for the moment. This issue is in fact going to be debated at the Scottish Parliament on Thursday. It's going to be an interesting one. We'll bring you news of that, and indeed later of the protest here in Scotland Today later tonight. Back to you.
A top scientist is calling for an urgent safety review of the drugs Scotland is relying on to fight a flu pandemic. Leading microbiologist Professor Hugh Pennington says there must be an immediate investigation following the deaths of 12 children in Japan who'd taken Tamiflu and hundreds of reports of liver failure. The Scottish executive is spending more than £15 million on 1.3 million doses.
We don't know how safe it is in kids under 12, and they're hit quite hard by flu. And there are stories coming out of the Far East where it's been used quite a lot of side effects. And we know it does have side effects, and clearly we want to know a lot about those before we start giving it on a large scale, which is the plan if a pandemic flu strikes. So it's better to be warned.
The Western Isles has become the only part of the UK to ban gay couples from holding civil partnership ceremonies. Councillors have agreed to support registrars in the Outer Hebrides who are refusing to perform the service on moral grounds. It comes ahead of the first same-sex union in Scotland, which is due to take place on Tuesday. 5 fishermen have been winched to safety after their boat ran aground off Fraserburgh. The vessel came into difficulties at Cairnbulg Rocks during the early hours of this morning. A Sea King helicopter from RAF Lossiemouth was scrambled and airlifted the crew to dry land. Now for a look at the weather. Cloud and rain will continue to spread east to affect all parts through the afternoon, with brighter but showery weather following into the northwest, with strong winds here. Rain and showers will clear to the east tonight, leaving clear periods. Fresh to strong westerly winds will bring a few further isolated showers into the west. And that's all for now. We'll be back with your next news update at 10 to 6. Until then, enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Bye-bye.